Listen, do you find yourself in a position where you feel like you're doing the same thing over and over again every single day, day in and day out, and there just seems to be no change whatsoever, and you're sitting there going, God, what are we doing? What am I doing? And you're wanting significance. You've got that desire and the vision and prophetic words, 57 of them, talking about what you're going to be and what you're going to do, but your current life is just blah. You know, it's like you just have to know that all the blah are building blocks building up to something. And all of that building is building up to what everything God promised you and everything he said and everything he decreed. All of it. Me and my boys, we have been blessed on this journey occasionally to be able to buy like these really cool Legos that are called modulars, particularly like for one of my sons, his birthday. It was some like 2,000 some piece Lego. It was crazy. It was awesome. It was a blessing. But here's the thing. When you're building a building in Lego form, it has what I call really boring parts. And I tell you what, the boring part is really at the beginning, because they give you this plate, this square plate, this 9x9 square plate, and you have to line this plate with all these same Legos in this very specific pattern over and over and over and over and over again. And you really feel after several steps that you're not doing anything but placing blocks here and there, these little tiny little flat like 1x2, 1x3 blocks or something like that, and they're just all over the place, and they have these certain specific patterns, you know, 90-degree angle here, 90-degree angle there, and it's just like, what are we doing? Like, what does this have to do with anything? Well, these guys who do Lego are engineers. They're geniuses. They know what they're talking about. I mean, some people might argue that they're not geniuses, but to me, when I look at the finished product, I say, yeah, that's a genius. Because there's no way I would even know how to approach doing something like that. But they know what they're doing. And in the finished product, you go, oh, that makes so much sense. That makes so much sense why they did that first. They really do know what they're doing. Now, if a Lego designer can do that, how much more God, who created all things and has been leading you on the boring brick by brick journey that you've been on, you know? So don't despise the journey, you know, don't despise that moment of doing the same thing over and over and over again, because you are building something. Praying the same prayers over and over and over again, you are building something in the spirit. Something is happening. Isaiah 55:11 says his word does not return to him void. That means all the work that he's doing in you is coming from heaven, and that work, he does not want that to return void. And the only way that happens is if you stop and you quit and you don't cooperate. So don't quit. Recognize that every single day of your life is ordered by the Lord. When you know him, when you're following him, every single day is ordered by the Lord. And he will fulfill his purpose. You are about to go to a place, another chapter in your life that's going to blow you away. But the only reason it's going to blow you away is because of all the boring stuff that has been laid that you're probably going through right now. And then you're going to look back on the boring, and it's going to lose all of its bore, because you're going to be like, wow, that is so cool. You know what? I would have done it that way too, Lord. Thank you. Okay, so I hope that blessed you guys, and until next video, bye-bye.